What's up guys, my name is Seth, you're watching Petrol 360 and today we're going to be wrapping up the job on the roof of the F100. Alright guys, so on an episode a while back I was working on the drip rail of the truck. This truck, it really lived a pretty rough life. It lived out near the ocean and has a decent amount of rust on it. But it has been restored quite a few times. I don't even know what all these body panels came from. It's a 66 truck, 66 frame, but the front end is from a 64, and some of these body panels don't like to match, and it looks like the truck has been restored a couple times. And part of the repairs they did was fix rust up here along the roof. So, it's pretty common to have a little bit of rust on the, on the roof sheet metal where the gutter comes in. But whoever restored this truck decided to fix it with fiberglass and Bondo, which is an okay thing if, it's just a couple spots. But it turns out that pretty much the entire roof line was bad. So in the previous episode, I replaced the passenger side all the way to right about here. And over this past couple days, I went ahead and finished this out. So this is all new metal all the way around where our drip rail is. So now that I've got that knocked out, I need to finish the job. That is going to mean putting seam sealer in this gutter because I have welds along this bottom edge, and the metal down there was rusty, and these welds aren't perfect. You just, can't get really good welds on that. So I want to make sure that this is going to be completely waterproof and that no rust comes back. So I'm going to seam seal the entire gutter, and then we're going to Bondo it and get it ready for paint. And kind of like the bed of the truck, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to paint it white, and then I'm going to paint the entire thing blue again. So this episode, we're going to be tackling that project. And to knock this project out, I'm going to use this. This is a 3M seam sealer. It is a one part. It's their 08367. It is a urethane seam sealer. So first part of this entire job is going to be the right prep so that our seam sealer will stick on here. So I'm going to blow out this seam or this gutter and get all the debris from welding and grinding, and then we're going to scuff it. We're going to wax and grease remove it, and then we're going to work to get an actual seam sealer on. Alright, to actually scuff the paint here, and what I did was went ahead and just primed everything. This was a semi-gloss enamel, whereas the rest of this is all flat. But, there's a lot of texture down here where the weld seam is because I couldn't obviously grind that down. So I'm not super worried about it lifting or anything like that, but I still want to scuff it up. That way I get the best bite I can. So the red Scotch-Brite pad will do the job just fine. Alright, so I went ahead and scuffed the entire way around, and I also went back and blew the gutter out again. So now to get the last little bit of any crap that's in there, this is wax and grease remover. It's, same stuff you use to prep paint. And I'm going to soak this rag and just drench this entire thing. Try to get any kind of junk that's still in there, lift it out so this stuff adheres really well. So. Alright, I think the main point to making this turn out and actually visually look good is all the prep. So the stuff I saw on 3M's website as well as other people is they use tape to outline where they're actually going to put the seam sealer. So I'm going to run this fine line tape all along here on the inside, and then I'm going to put regular painter's tape on top of that, and then I'm going to put painter's tape on this edge. I don't know how sticky this stuff is going to be. I know with some products like this, it'll string out, and I don't want to get this in the paint work, because not all of this body is going to get repainted, just the drip rail. So put all this stuff on. I think this is the kicker for doing this and making a clean job. Alright, so I'm about ready to go. I decided that I'm going to start in the center of the roof and work my way out, because obviously right above the door is going to be the most visual place that you're going to see. I cut this at a pretty thick angle, try to put out a nice wide bead. I have the acetone and the rag at the ready, and cross your fingers, folks. See if I can get up here where I can see it. Alright. Again, got my acetone and the rag. I'll link that down below. You can buy that Alright guys, so I got this to lay in there, and it actually laid out pretty nice, and it hid the horrible weld that was in there. So the other kicker with this method is you gotta pull the tape off quick, so I'm gonna put the camera down and pull this tape off, and hopefully I have a nice, clean, even coating. Fingers crossed. Alright, again, I'm going to start in the center and work my way out. And I'm going to work my way to the passenger side, because I won't have to look at the passenger side every day. So I won't have to look at my screw up. That is working out very well. Very happy. Alright guys, well that actually worked out surprisingly well. Again, this is my first time doing seam seal. So kind of like they said, take your time, prep it. The tape on the outside is really what did it. And you can see there's little bumps and stuff, but it's overall super duper flat. I am stoked with that. My next step is not paint, but it is Bondo. I'm going to be, going over this and smoothing out the entire hood everywhere where I where I replaced metal, excuse me. I wanted to get the seam seal down first, because in case the Bondo fails, I still want the seam seal to be there to protect that seal, make sure nothing else is going to rust under there again. So that's kind of the method of my madness for this project. So I'm going to let this stuff cure, and then at least by tomorrow probably start looking at putting a skim of Bondo on this entire thing to get it all smoothed out, so that I can be ready to paint it whenever that comes along. Alright guys, well, it's the next day. The seam sealer seems to have hardened up. It's not hard, but it is hard enough where you can't leave a mark in it with your thumbnail or anything like that. As you saw, I went through and scuffed the entire thing with orbital down to 150, get off all the old paint, because I don't want old paint underneath my body work. So then I went back with the Scotch-Brite pad and made sure that everything was scuffed, and right now I'm going to be mixing up some mud, and we're just going to go ahead and put a layer on here so that probably tonight I can sand that down and just keep going the process. I expect this to take at least 3 times Bondo to get it completely smoothed out. And then some glazing putty on top of that to actually get it looking right. So let's jump into it. Alright, so I got the first layer of Bondo up here. It is kicking off right now. And again, I just went pretty heavy on this because it does have some pretty deep low spots and everything from where I welded in new metal. So I'm going to let this kick, and then I will probably hit it quick again with the orbital sander and then finish up with the block. And I'm sure I'm going to have to smear on some more. And so I'm going to do Bondo, glazing putty, and then I've got high build primer to finish it off. We'll jump into paint after that, but we've got a couple other things to get sorted out before then. Alright guys, so I got the first layer of Bondo put on here and sanded down, and it's revealed some high spots as well as some low spots. So I took a body hammer and kind of tapped down some of the stuff that was sitting a little too high just to get it a little bit smoother. And now I know where the low spots are, so I'm going to go back in with my second layer of mud and see if we can get this thing a little bit closer.